Hello everyone, my name is Igor and I do represent Bay QA training. So today we're gonna talk about UI testing, a new test automation framework from Apple. It's not actually very new, it's been there for a while since 2015 WWDC presentation, but for the past year it got more mature and now it's a good time to start using it. As you can see on the screen right now, I have an application for expense reports which is actually right now displaying the feature of the application, and we will together automate that using this new framework. So as you can see, the app is really simple, right? It has different options to add various type of expenses, categories, and settings, and all other standard features of the iOS application. So question is how to get started. So you click on the project itself on the left hand side in navigation, and you can see the view for iOS targets. Then you click on the plus sign to add a new target for UI testing. So I'm going to scroll down right now and I will select UI testing target. You see, note, it's not unit testing, which you can see on the right hand side, it's actually for UI testing. This target only became available since Xcode 7. So you can see that the project name appears with a UI test appendix, and we choose a Swift language as the main language. And as you can see in the targets panel, the new target has been created for testing. Okay, so now I'm going to collapse all unnecessary folders that belong to the application itself, and we're going to only focus on the group which is related to the test itself. So I'm going to expand that, open a Swift file which is automatically was generated when I created a target, delete the comments in the test method. Okay, and now I'm going to press the recording button, which will start to record test while I'm going to interact with application. Again, this is the feature since the Xcode 7, iOS 9. So now when I'm going to start interacting with like plus sign, it will automatically generate the code in the Xcode editor. You can see that. Now I'm going to tap on the field to add the price for my new expense, which is $300. Apparently is expensive clothes that I'm gonna buy right now, or already purchased, which is gonna be the t-shirt. Maybe it's a Dolce & Gabbana, very possible. Click on done to add, and as you can see, the t-shirt of $300 was added to my expense report. Okay, so we have more or less half-baked test, and now since it's already been created, we would like to run it. So I'm gonna pause the recording, and I'm going to use the little button, play button next to the test example method to run the test, and it will execute everything that we've been recording so far. Okay, I'm just introducing the recording feature of UI testing, so you guys are aware of that. It's actually launching the application right now and will run the test in an iPhone simulator. Let's see that. So everything happens right now. It's not me, it's actually the test executing. All right, I created the clothes, t-shirt, added, done, success. So the great thing about this framework, it actually generates automatically the report, where we use the jump to report feature from the options in the test console, and then we can see the screenshot was automatically taken by Xcode while test was executed, and each step is showing the particular information, what was happening and time. So, although recording feature will enable you to jumpstart a project quickly, in the long run you won't be able to scale with the recording much, because it won't organize the code for you when you're going to have hundreds of tests. Also, it's not going to automatically work with the web view out of the box, such as the Facebook login. And it won't be able to help you to automate complicated gestures as UI slider and swipes out of the box and add assertions. So the next question is what to do. And the answer is you have to start coding. You have to organize your code in a more logical, structural test automation project where you are segregating the test from the screens in what we call screen object model. So as you can see on the screen, all the test is actually much more readable compared to the test that I just showed you by recording feature. Is because I moved all the logic and all API reference to the gestures into the separate class. Like for instance on the screen right now you can see expand screen, which is self-contained the elements that are available on the screen and the queries to those elements, as well as the actions. So if anything changes on that screen, I know where to find and change the information. All the common functionalities across all the screens of the application we're gonna store in what we call base screen class, and if those change, it's gonna be all in one spot. So when we're gonna have hundreds, hundreds of different tests written, we'll be able to fix the upcoming changes and tweak the test as needed. Also, I want to show you such things as explicit wait. I also moved to the separate what we call extensions in Suite, and that extension is only responsible for the wait. If I want to tweak the functionality of explicit wait, it's again will be in one single spot. So as you can see on the screen, there's a lot of Swift programming involved in actual organizing the project. So in terms of test execution, before we're pressing the play button, and which is great when you are developing tests. But what if you have to run tests in a continuous integration system such as Jenkins? Then you have to use some sort of command line tool. So Xcode comes with the Xcode build, but this is very complicated and not intuitive, and also have a lack of documentation. So I would like to show you a fast lane. So as you can see on the screen, I'm moving to the fast file, which is organizing the execution and building process of our project in very nice form. By the way, Fastlane is totally a Ruby project, so everything is very easy to configure by installing the gem. And then just running one command like fastlane acceptance, which I configure in a fast file, will enable me to run all the tests that are marked as acceptance target. In this way, I'm gonna get the great output and ability to run tests from command line in the simulator, as you can see on the screen. And it's gonna run only one test because that's the only test I mark to be acceptance. And what is gonna enable us to do in the future is easily execute tests from command line. If you want to ask developers to run the whole test suite, you don't have to give them much of instruction, but just one command. And they'll be able to run exactly the same replica of what your CI system is actually executing. So Fastlane is an open source project, which is great. There's a huge community behind this. So I'm going to go right now to their GitHub. Let me search for the GitHub repository, and here it is. Page is loading. Here we go. So Fastlane, as I mentioned, is an open source project. There is a humongous community behind it. There's a lot of big corporations using it for both iOS and Android. If you would like to learn all the skill set for automating iOS native application using XCUITest and Xcode and the Swift 3 programming language and the Fastlane, and how to actually write resilient tests that scale, within the real enterprise applications, join us for online bootcamp. It's very easy. You can go to bayqatraining.com, click on courses, and then you will see as a first course, Scalable iOS Test Automation with XCUITest and Swift 3. So if you click on that, you're going to get details about upcoming bootcamp, which starts May 22nd. It's going to be 100% hands-on, live, online bootcamp. Although it's online, we are not going to feed you the pre-recording session. We actually prepare the latest and the greatest course with the latest material and the application which is mimicking the real-world application, was written specifically for this class, which actually talks to the server. So it starts May 22nd. As you can see, there are going to be 7 online sessions, and it's going to be a lot of homework and hands-on exercises. You can register right here on the website, okay, by clicking the Register Now button. And you can pay with the PayPal, and you're going to get confirmation upon the successful payment, as well as the email with all instructions what you need to install. If you have any questions, you can go on the site for the live chat and type any questions regarding this bootcamp, and our team will be more than happy to answer all of your questions. So we are waiting for you. Please let us know if you have any questions at any time regarding this registration. This class is already half full, so please hurry because it starts on May 22nd. I'll see you online soon.